What's up, YouTube? Merry Christmas to all. Today is Christmas morning, and it is like 6 o'clock in the morning. I came down, couldn't sleep Christmas morning. I came down and I started looking back at this woman caught on fire in New York subway. I hate to bring you such bad news, but this is all related to the problems that we having at the border patrol. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. If you want to help become part of the solution, or just listen to what our solutions are to help find the children, or just to help people, go to the Music Recording Network Live. We go live over there. We talk. We got people in our chat room. Everybody giving ideas. You can come on. You don't have to show your face. If you've been hurt in any kind of way, trafficked, abused, you can talk to us. And my thing is, I think Trump has a better understanding of this. I think our government has a better understanding than what we do. But before we get started, I want you to ask yourself this. Right now, we have a vice president. We don't need to say her name. What are the jobs or the duties of the vice president? What is the duties of the vice president other than to wait for the president to have a problem or pass away and then she takes over? That's where you'll start finding out where the real problem lies. You feel me? I want to play this video real quick, man. I know I talk too much. Everybody say I talk too much, but this is important, and I think that all this ties in. You mean to tell me y'all let so many people that's not supposed to be in our country, and now they doing stuff like this? This guy is one of the guys that don't supposed to be in the country. And get this, I found out that this is the second time he got in. The first time they kicked him out, he came back. Something needs to be done. That's all I'm saying. And we haven't figured out what we're going to do, but we're at least doing something. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, check out the live channel. Let's get this information, man. Let's get this information. Let's check this out right here. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Fox and Friends starts now.
And we begin with a Fox News alert. A man is arrested after allegedly setting fire to a sleeping subway passenger in New York City, killing the innocent women. And sources tell us the suspect is in the country illegally.
Madeline Rivera joins us now with the details on this horrible story. Maddie?
Yeah, the details are certainly disturbing, guys. We do want to warn viewers the video you're about to watch is graphic. This happened Sunday morning. The NYPD says a person of interest who they now have in custody and the victim were both riding the F subway train bound for Stillway Avenue in Brooklyn. As the train pulled into the station, the suspect walked up to the victim and lit her on fire. Flames quickly overcame the woman, and in one of the most chilling, perhaps, of this incident, police say the suspect did not leave. Instead, he sat on a bench on the platform just outside the train car. Video appears to show the suspect watching the victim burn. Because he did not leave, the police officers, through their body cameras, were able to get images of the suspect. They distributed those, and the NYPD says 3 high schoolers recognized the suspect. Sources tell Fox News Digital the suspect is 33-year-old Sebastian Zapata. While police did not identify the person of interest, a high-level NYPD source told Fox News Digital the individual entered the U.S. illegally from Guatemala in 2018 when President-elect Trump was president during his first term. The person of interest has no prior arrests in New York City and 1 prior arrest in Arizona, the source said, though details about the arrest were not available.
Now, you notice how they threw that in. He came in the country while Trump was president, right? They threw that in like it's Trump's fault, right? No. That's what they want you to think. See, this is how you get this false information. And I'm not a Trump supporter. don't. Oh, yeah, we know already he a Trump supporter. No, I'm not a Trump supporter. I think I think he got some issues that he need to straighten up too. I ain't vote for him. I'm just explaining to y'all how they can lean the story or your thoughts one way or the other. That's all I'm trying to explain to you, how they can lean it. I didn't say I like it, because that's where you're leaning at already. What I'm saying is,
first term, the person of interest has no prior arrests in New York City and one prior arrest in Arizona, the source said, though details about the arrests were not available.
Wait a minute.
Recognize the suspect. Sources tell Fox News Digital the suspect is 33-year-old Sebastian Zapata. While police did not identify the person of interest, a high-level NYPD source told Fox News Digital the individual entered the U.S. illegally from Guatemala in 2018 when President-elect Trump was president during his first term. The person of interest has no prior arrests in
2018. All they had to say was the first time he entered into the United States was 2018. We don't need to know who was the president when it happened. What difference does that make? It makes a big difference, because this is pointing at, well, Trump let him into the United States. Really? That's what we thinking. No. There was rules and regulations put in place before Trump got into office. These rules and regulations take time to switch over. I ain't saying that he was trying to switch them over, but from day one, only thing I know is we got a border problem. I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, or we got a border problem, man. Who cares who's in office? We had the same problem when Obama was in office. We had the same problem, I don't care who was in office. Why are these people coming to the United States? Y'all think about this, man. That's all I'm saying. When they just walking in 250 plus per day.
New York City and one prior arrest in Arizona, the source said, though details about the arrests were not available.
At this hour, I am pleased to announce that a short time ago, alert NYPD transit officers took a person of interest into custody. I want you to know that this apprehension was another in what has become a series of joint efforts involving different crimes between the police and the public we serve.
So now this is the post that New York Governor Kathy Hochul is being criticized for. She said on X, "In March, I took action to make our subway safer for the millions of people who take the trains each day. Since deploying the National Guard of New York to support the NYPD and the MTA safety efforts and adding cameras to all subway cars, crime is going down and ridership is going up." New York Democratic Congressman 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗅 called her post tone deaf. Guy, Carly, and Brian.
All right, Maddie, thanks so much. Tone deaf, yeah, to say the least. I mean, you're sitting there touting the safety of the subways, and this is hours after someone was lit up on live because she nodded off on a subway train. Can you imagine? Is there a more horrific way to die?
It's almost too horrible to fathom or even discuss. And
wait a minute. So she tweeted that after this incident had happened. This incident had already happened. And then she tweeted this?
So much.
What?
Tone
Don't
deaf,
say
yeah,
that.
to say the least.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I know that's not. Wow, they got the date up there, y'all.
Guard of New York to support the NYPD and the MTA.
Oh, in March, I took action to make our subway safer. What? Wait a minute. Why would you? Wait a minute.
And the public we serve.
Are you serious?
So now this is the post that New York Governor Kathy Hochul is being criticized for. She said on X, "In March, I took action to make our subway safer for the millions of people who take the trains each day. Since deploying the National Guard of New York to support the NYPD and the MTA safety efforts and adding cameras to all subway cars, crime is going down and ridership is going up." New York Democratic Congressman 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗅 called her post tone deaf. Guy, Carly, and Brian.
All right, Maddie, thanks so much.
I know what the problem is now. You have to be a stupid idiot in order to, you have to be a stupid idiot to say, I'm going to be a puppet. In order to get into these positions. What made you think that tweeting that was going to help anything? Pointing the finger at yourself. You see, this, in March, I took action. That's where you went wrong at. Trying to make yourself bigger. This is the problem. Oh my God, you are a stupid lady. Is it stupid or dumb? Now, dumb is when you don't know better. You know better. So you're not dumb, you stupid.
Tone deaf, yeah, to say the least. I mean, you're sitting there touting the safety of the subways, and this is hours after someone was lit up on live because she nodded off on a subway train. Can you imagine? Is there a more horrific way to die?
It's almost too horrible to fathom or even discuss. And unfortunately, we're put in this position because of allegedly what that man that you see on your screen did. And to make matters worse, this surveillance video appears to show that the suspect sat on a bench and watched this woman burn to death as police were already starting to respond to the scene. He stayed at the scene of the crime. And going back to Kathy Hochul's tweet and her touting that the subway system has become safer under her leadership, it wasn't only this that happened. Yesterday on a Queens subway, 2 people were stabbed and a 37-year-old died.
Yeah, so 2 killings in the subways.
Wait a minute.
And you can say this is, bad timing for Governor Hochul to have put out this self-congratulatory tweet on subway safety.
Come on now. Now, I'm going off on her about the tweet of the lady being set on fire. Rest in peace. Oh my God, that's a shame. You at the lowest part of your life that you ride in the subway, and I think they were saying allegedly that she may have been homeless. So now you got 2 other stabbings on the subway. So that's 3. And you gonna say you made it safe? You stupid lady. That's a stupid lady. Y'all know it's stupid.
2 killings in the subways, and you can say this is...
But girlfriend in the middle, she fine. Excuse me, y'all. God damn, you fine.
Bad timing for Governor Hochul to have put out this self-congratulatory tweet on subway safety. Yes, it's bad timing. It's also bad policy. That's why we're getting this problem. And it's been an issue now for years. I think Hochul very belatedly is catching up to the political reality. But the mess has already been made, and it's going to take a long time and quite possibly completely new leadership to change anything, because the current constellation of New York leadership has been a disgrace on this issue. We're just learning a few things about this suspect, including that he's in the country illegally, allegedly from Guatemala, with a criminal record in another state. It would make sense for someone like that to come to New York, a sanctuary jurisdiction, where he could just hang out until he decides to burn someone to death.
So, Guy, my sense is that we're going to find out this guy's got much more of a criminal history. I don't think you indiscriminately burn somebody alive and think to yourself, I've never done anything like this before.
Right, you don't jump to that.
Yeah, that's my sense. But the other thing to keep in mind, too, is that the cover of the New York Post, I'm watching local coverage just to see how local coverage is. They never bring up his legal status. They say a New York. It's a main part of the story. We know people commit crimes, but when illegal immigrants come here, many as criminals, to commit more crimes, you say to yourself, if the government does its job, we would not be in this type of danger. And I also think that this all plays into the bigger picture of why you need massive deportation and begins with criminals.
Yeah, no, that's right. And Eric Adams, and he recognizes that. And that's why he sat down and spoke to Tom Homan and says, you got to get the criminal migrants out of the city. But his hands are tied because not only is New York City a sanctuary city, it's also in a sanctuary state, which goes to the point of Kathy Hochul and policy change that she needs to take take leadership under. I mentioned Tom Homan because yesterday he was in Arizona and he introduced Donald Trump, who was speaking at America Fest. And Donald Trump laid out his day one priorities, and you better believe the border control and getting criminal illegal immigrants out of this country is among them.
On my first day back in the Oval Office, I will sign a historic slate of executive orders to close our border to illegal aliens and stop the invasion of our country.
Man, I don't like the way Donald Trump talks. I don't like his hairstyle. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like half of the stuff he does. I don't even like the way the man walks. I like the way his mind thinks. And this is not about me and what I like. This is about helping people. So you need to set your aside, people. I ain't saying you got to like the man. I'm saying you got to think about what he's saying. All these people coming into the country, and what makes it so bad is y'all don't realize that the people coming to the country, they got to eat. They got to find work. The more people come in the country, the more people work. If I got a little kid to cut my grass that's supposed to be here, and I got to pay him $20, but I really need my grass cut, and you got some little illegal person, I don't know if they illegal, but they say I do it for $5. You're going to go with the $5. Hey, here's the little buddy need the grass cut for $5, $5. That's what they doing. That's why you see so many people at the Home Depots and the Lowe's standing on the corner begging. They making more money than what they was going to do in their country. That ain't my problem. Just get them up out of here. Oh man, you being mean to people. We need to get them all out and start all over. Just start all over, that's all.
Of executive orders to close our border to illegal aliens and stop the invasion of our country. And on that same day, we will begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than that of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. The DEA, the FBI, the intelligence community, and financial sanctions to remove the migrant gangs and criminals that are killing and raping and maiming our citizens. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out. We're going to get them out fast. We have no choice.
So he's going to get him out.
Y'all
that is a big
still don't
surprise.
understand what's going on.
The way we do it, know that it's just weeks away. People should be ready for it. And I thought one thing the president did yesterday, he did a lot. I thought the speech was fantastic. Number one, he's got a real sense of history. He's always bringing up Eisenhower. He's bringing up McKinley yesterday. Yeah. And he's bringing it because Eisenhower did it. And he also knows that Eisenhower is considered relatively a top president, respected. And he's like, what I'm trying to do is nothing that other past presidents haven't done. And by the way, 𝗟𝗢𝗡𝗞, a fantastic job for what he did on the ground with Turning Point, because he was the ground game in many situations. And then yesterday with that many 20,000 to show up to see him. So President, just on the illegal immigration, he knows he's going criminal first, and then he's going to let people overstay their visas, and then he's going to get to the next wave.
See, y'all don't realize what's happening right now. Everybody who don't like Trump, all the Democrats right now has turned this video off. They see Trump, automatically, I ain't listening. They got blinders on. They don't want to take them blinders down. Put my blinders on. Trump, no. Instead of thinking for themselves so they can see the problem. Where's the problem at? Do you know that, I don't know, the Democrats or whoever you want to call these people who allowed these borders to be wide open like that and bringing all these negative people, you know why they doing it? So they can run around and they ain't got no scruples. They don't have no human control. I see somebody, I just want to set them on fire. They know this. And that's what they doing. To scare us. The more afraid people are, the more controlling they can control you with the news. The news. All the news does is point out all the negative stuff that Trump does. Yeah, that's why we know all the negative stuff. Grab him by the pee. That's where he lost me at right there. Oh, that was locker room talk. You know, a man can't let his guards down. I forgive you finally, Mr. Trump. I forgive you. After what? 4, 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years ago, I'm finally forgiving you. Grab him by the, when he said that and that came out of his mouth, just like everybody else, I ain't want to forgive him, man. Anyway,
it'll
let's keep
take about
going.
a year and a half just to get the criminals out.
There are so many people in this country illegally who have subsequently not just been accused of additional crimes, convicted of additional crimes. That is the easiest low-hanging fruit to start with. And there's also over 1 million people in this country illegally with active deportation orders already against them. Right. So you put that group together, we're talking about millions of people. And if you want to look at the polling, Brian and Carly, through the years, these deportation ideas have been unpopular until very recently. And I think the reason is the type of story that we led with.
Hold up. You mean to tell me that there's millions? Wait, did he say millions? Let me get this right now.
Over 1 million people in this country illegally with active deportation orders already.
Come on, man. Y'all got to be seeing this. You mean to tell me there are over 1 million people who already got their papers saying you need to leave, and they still here? I don't understand. When are we going to take actions? When are we going to stop acting like punks and suckers and handle our business? Military, what you call it? Homeland security. To me, in my book, in my thinking, oh, my bad, y'all. In my thinking, this falls under Homeland Security. Because our homeland is not being secured, Obama, who came up with that bright idea. Sounds good, but is it working? Apparently not. You got people being set on fire.
Already against them. Right, so you put that group together, we're talking about.
And this is why the Democrats and the people who don't like Trump can't get no real information. Because as soon as they saw Trump, they done turned off this video. They done turned the video off. Going back to getting entertained instead of educating themselves. That's why all this is happening.
To start with. And there's also over 1 million people in this country illegally with active deportation orders already against them. Right. So you put that group together, we're talking about millions of people. And if you want to look at the polling, Brian and Carly, through the years, these deportation ideas have been unpopular until very recently. And I think the reason is the type of story that we led with. In the subways of New York, people say, get that type of person who has no right to be here, harming our folks, out of the country. And now it's majority supported. People are sick of this.
And you better believe that a majority of these people are in sanctuary cities and states for obvious reasons. And the Wall Street Journal has an interesting piece that was just released. The editorial board asks, are Democrats in sanctuary states trying to attract illegal immigrants to compensate all the people that are leaving, the legal people leaving their country?
To the madness?
Yeah, voting with their feet. Look at these numbers. So in California, 361,057 migrants moved in, 240,000 residents moved out. New York, 200,000 migrants moved in, 120,000 residents moved out. Illinois, 112,000 migrants moved in, 56,000 residents moved out. New Jersey, similar trend, 130 migrants moved in, 35,000 residents moved out. So one of the things that they bring up is the census, and illegal immigrants are counted in the census. So if you have migrants moving into the country, then the representation stays or increases. If more migrants move in, then people are moving out. I think it's a fair question to ask.
They want those residents to count for their numbers. And by the way, the stats that we just put up on the screen there, that's what we know. right? Because a lot of these people are living in the shadows. So they're very specific looking numbers, but I guarantee you those stats undercount the actual influx of illegal immigrants, especially into places like California.
And just by the way, they follow our news, illegal immigrants, potential illegal immigrants, coyotes, better than we do, right? They have great. How many moves to the border are not happening now because they know who's president, who's coming in? So how many people are going to go? It's not worth it to sacrifice my house and my family to get those $25,000 to give to somebody who's going to bring me to the border and then get me through. And find those holes in the border.
Strong messaging might already be helping the situation.
Tom Homan in 15 minutes will be here because they know the flip side of this. And the reason, back to your point, Guy, the reason why more people are into mass deportation now, I think, is because they know you don't turn off the Hispanic audience and the potential Hispanic voters just because you're cracking down on the border. It was conventional wisdom. You crack down on the border, wrong message to Hispanics. And now they're saying, no, right message. I came here the right way, and don't lump me in with people trying to break the law.
And criminals, right? They're like, we want the criminals gone.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want the criminals gone?
This is ridiculous, man. I'm trying to, I got 2 more videos, y'all. I got 2 more videos that I want to play to let you understand what's going on here in the United States, because I know one thing.
To an update,
we got to do something. So I have watched that and was saying that I need to do this, do a reaction on this. I try to watch a little bit of it so I can get a topic, but I wanted to be my first time reaction. And one of the things that was first time, I didn't know it was that much Trump information on this thing, because soon as you hear some Trump information, you automatically Republican, right? Republican. But the thing that you need to understand is we done with that bull. Democrat and Republican. But the Democrats are the ones that think that it's a side thing. So you got to stay on, I'm Democrat. I was born Democrat. My parents told me we Democrat. Republican. Ew, you don't even know what the Republicans stand for. Now let's just talk people. What people, Democrat or Republican, stand for setting somebody on fire? Wait a minute. If that setting on fire thing didn't happen, we wouldn't have known nothing about the other 2 stabbings up in New York. We wouldn't have known nothing about that. So imagine how many other things that went down throughout the United States that we don't know about. How many more things that went down because of these illegal immigrants? You've seen the numbers on the polls. The rich folks that got the money, like Ellen DeGeneres, Russell Simmons, these people are moving out of the country. You got to think, y'all. All I'm asking you to do is think a little bit. They are moving out of the country because all this violence is coming in the country. And who's letting them in the country? The Democrats letting them in or the Republicans letting them in? I'm just asking. You see the numbers all for the last 4 years, even when Trump was in office. You can search them. Well, Trump was in office. They was coming in too. Okay, let's say 3 came in when Trump was in office, but only 5 came in when the Democrats was in office. They coming in. Slow, fast, slow, whatever the case may be. Sometimes, this is a whole nother story. But anyway, let's just get this. Let's just, because I got too much information to give. You can't take it all in at one time. They told
to an update, the suspect accused of setting a woman on fire on the subway faces a judge for murder and arson charges.
Lisa Rosner is live outside criminal court with more.
Now, I played this because in the United States, we have this thing called the punishment should be even with the crime. The punishment should be even with the crime, right? Everybody agree. Okay, whatever. I feel as though the punishment should be a little higher than the crime. That way somebody will think twice before they do this crime, and it should be publicized that if you do this, this will happen. Whatever this is, don't do this. Ain't working no more, y'all. It's 2025. The punishment should fit the crime. That's where the problem's starting right there.
More on what happened and what we know about the victim. Hi there, Lisa.
Watch this.
Hi,
Watch
Jen
this.
and Alan. Well, the victim right now is being referred to as Jane Doe, as days later, the city is still trying to identify who she is. This afternoon in court, 33-year-old Sebastian Cepeda appeared in a white Tyvek suit. Prosecutors said today that after using a lighter to set her clothes on fire, he fanned the flames by waving a shirt, which caused her to be engulfed by the fire. This happened Sunday morning on an F train. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says Cepeda of Guatemala was deported from the U.S. in 2018 after being caught here illegally. They say he then re-entered the country sometime later. Today, Cepeda was remanded into custody without bail. His attorney did not speak to reporters after the hearing, and another court date is set for Friday. We're live.
Now, he came. They remember, y'all, earlier in this video, they said he came in the first time, 2018, when Trump was in office. Okay, that's the first time. So when Trump was in office, apparently he got kicked out. Yay, Trump. Instead of boo Trump, boo let him in. Trump let him in, right? Not boo. Trump let him in, but he got deported. They didn't say who was in office and what time he got deported and all that stupid stuff. This is how the news trick you, right? This is how, so you got to understand and weed through this stuff. Now check this out. But he came back in the country. They ain't say when he came back who was the president. See? They didn't say when he came back what year he came back. Was Trump president when he came back the second time? We don't know. Bias information right there. I ain't saying that I like Trump. I ain't saying that I don't like Trump. I'm not saying, that's not the point. Why did y'all put Trump in the daggone picture in the first place? Okay, since y'all put him in the picture, cool. Let's put him in the picture and back him up with Tom. Yeah. So check this out. So now, this is where I have a problem right here. This is why I played this video. Even though he's in here illegally, right? Does he have to do due process through our court system? We're looking at this wrong, people. That man set that girl on fire and waved a cloth to make sure that the fire get busy one time. So we taking care of him. He knew this. Whoever put him up to this knew this. They're going to take care of you. They're going to give you food. Whatever food we giving him in jail, right? It's better than wherever he came from type stuff.
Today, Cepeda was remanded into custody without bail. His attorney did not speak to reporters.
Really? Without bail? Really? If we gave him bail, what are you going to do? Sit on the subway bench? Where you going to go? Set somebody else on fire? Come on, y'all.
After the hearing, and another court date is set for Friday. We're live in downtown Brooklyn. Lisa Rosner, CBS News, New York.
All right, thank you, Lisa.
I don't understand this. Y'all letting them win. Y'all letting these people win. Okay, this is the last video, y'all. This is the last video. Y'all letting these people win. Oh my goodness. Y'all letting these people win. I have seen in other countries people, set people on fire. We don't do stuff like that. We don't allow people to shoot up colleges and go in the streets and start shooting people up. In order to not allow that, we need to start showing people what type of punishments you get for doing stuff like that. Because the next person who's illegally in this country, knowing they're going to be kicked out, I'm going to show them It's about to get worse, y'all. I swear, I keep telling y'all this. Our streets and our people, it's about to get worse. We need to start taking in consideration and fighting back right now. Right now. Because imagine these people don't have no place to go. They don't have nothing to lose. They probably want to go to jail. They can get taken care of through our system. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. All right, this is the last video I need to play, man. And I just want y'all to see this because this is the best raw footage. Warning, graphic content. Warning, if your stomach is too loose, don't look at this. But this needs to remind everybody that we need to do something, y'all. I'm not saying I'm the answer. I'm not saying that we got the key. I don't even know if Trump got the key, but we need to believe in trusting somebody that got more power than we do, more money than we do, that got more pull than we do. And we need to understand what the problem is. We need to understand what the problem is.
Yo, sorry to his family. This is a person right here. Oh,
look at him sitting right there watching. He the only one just sitting there.
Oh no! Yo, sorry to his family. This is a person right here. Oh, bro. Yo!
Look how close he is sitting there, man.
Oh no!
Look how close that little boy is sitting there. He set that lady on fire and took a seat and just looked at the fire burning. And y'all think he deserved to be, well, you don't get bail. Okay. While he in jail, he got a place to lay down and eat and use the bathroom. Y'all know they jails is worse than our jails. I'm trying to figure out when do people, what would you do? Because what I'm thinking right now, I don't even want to say. I don't even want to say, but I know one thing. It starts with slowly torture. I don't know how, and I don't know what humane way, because we got to be humane, sounding like punks. Something need to be done, man, and it need to be publicized. This what you do to our people when you come to our country, this what we do to you. Some of this stuff need to be publicized, man, because that's the only thing they understand. And we over here and try, if you put them out and you separating the families, I don't give a sugar. Excuse me. I couldn't believe that lady and Tom saying, well, we don't have to separate the families. The whole family can go. That's right. That lady asked him that, you breaking up families. We ain't trying to break up no family. We just trying to get the people out the country. If you're concerned about breaking up the family, the whole family can go. How about that? Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.